The first slide in a presentation. It reads ASA24 Automated Self-Administered 24-Hour Dietary Assessment Tool. Reporting foods, drinks, and dietary supplements. January 2023. The speaker is not on screen. The speaker reads the text that appears on subsequent slides.
Hello, you've been asked to report everything you ate or drank over the last 24 hours by using the online tool ASA24. Now what? In this video, we will report a meal together so that you can learn how the system works. Before we begin, let's start with some reminders. 1. It is important that you report everything that you had to eat or drink over this time. When ASA24 asks you to report a meal, you should report not only breakfast, lunch, and dinner foods, but also snacks, drinks including water, supplements, vitamins, etc. that you had throughout the day. 2. All questions in ASA24 require a response. 3. Please set aside 30 minutes to complete your recall. Your recall may take less or more time to complete depending on your dietary intake. 4. The research study you are participating in determines whether you can log in and out within a reporting period to edit your information.
An online platform is shown for ASA24 with Finish Later written in the top right-hand corner.
If so, you can find the Finish Later link on the upper right.
The presentation returns to the slideshow.
Please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24 for more information on exiting and resuming a session. I am asked to choose a language, English.
The speaker selects the button for the English language.
Next, I come to the welcome screen that indicates the 24-hour period for the recall. For this video, I will report a single meal in the last 24 hours. It is important that I first report the meal, then provide more details about the meal a little later. Details include things like ingredients, additions, portion size, that's how much you ate, and preparation method. ASA24 provides a short tutorial before the recall. We will not view it together, but you can view it when you log in to complete your recall. I arrive at the ASA24 home screen. Please note these 3 buttons that offer additional help.
The Help button is highlighted. It is a white, rectangular button with Help in blue font.
The Help button accesses the Help Center. The yellow question mark button provides help for a specific ASA24 query. And the Home button takes you back to the home screen, where you can view all the foods, drinks, and supplements that you reported.
The Home button is an orange icon shaped like a house. The yellow question mark button and Home button are highlighted. The yellow question mark button is a small, circular, dark yellow button with a question mark in white font.
If your question cannot be answered by these means, please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24. I select Report a Meal to get started.
In the bar across the top of the page of the platform, the top left box titled Report Meals and Snacks turns blue. Then a box pops up. The speaker paraphrases the content of this box.
A message pops up to remind me about the reporting order. 1. Report a meal or snack. 2. Find foods and drinks reported at each meal or snack. And 3. Add details about each food and drink reported. Don't forget to report any supplements that you took as well. I select OK to move to the next screen. For breakfast, I had a breakfast sandwich, a cup of coffee, and a vitamin. I select the drop-down and choose which meal I'm reporting, breakfast. I get to choose the time, 7:30. Location, home.
The speaker fills in the online form.
I used my phone while eating, so I select that option. And I did not eat with anyone.
The last 2 questions read, TV and computer use while eating and drinking. Select all that apply. Then the following 4 options are listed with a box next to each to check. Watching TV, using a computer or laptop, using a mobile phone or tablet, none of the above. The final question is, did you eat with anyone? With the options yes or no.
Please note that the last 2 questions may or may not be included in your specific response. I select Find Foods and Drinks to move forward.
A button titled Find Foods and Drinks is in the bottom right corner. To the left of it is a button titled Cancel. The next page appears.
I type breakfast sandwich in the search bar and select Search. 328 results pop up, and I have a few options at this point. I can filter the results on the left-hand side.
The left side of the ASA24 Find Food and Drinks page is highlighted. There are different checkboxes for filtering results. For example, under the heading meat, poultry, fish, eggs and nuts are the options eggs, followed by the number 16 in brackets, and bacon sausage frankfurter, followed by the number 29 in brackets. Each option has a checkbox next to it.
I can scroll through the many options displayed.
The list of 328 foods in the center of the ASA24 Find Food and Drinks page is highlighted. Examples include bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, bacon and egg sandwich, breakfast sausage, etc.
I can create a recipe for my sandwich, or I can choose I can't find what I'm looking for, all the way at the bottom.
The Add a Recipe link at the top of the search results list is highlighted. Then the speaker scrolls all the way to the bottom of the list of 328 foods to the I can't find what I'm looking for option.
I am choosing to filter the results. I had eggs on my sandwich, so this narrows down my search to a much more manageable 16 results. My sandwich consisted of eggs and cheese on sourdough bread. The closest thing I can find is egg sandwich, so I select that. I know I can add more details like cheese later.
After she selects egg sandwich, the two lists of options disappears.
I now see egg sandwich under what I ate and drank on the right-hand side. I need to add 2 more items to my meal: coffee and vitamin. I type in coffee, select search, and get 48 results. I had black coffee with a little bit of milk, so I choose the first option, knowing I can add milk later.
The first option in the right-hand column is simply coffee.
Coffee joins egg sandwich on the right. I type in multivitamin. I choose the first option and can now select finish with this meal.
The first option in the right-hand column is multivitamin multimineral. There is a button titled Finish with this meal below the list of what she ate on the right. After she selects this, a new page appears in the online platform which is titled Breakfast. To the right of each of the things she ate and drank is a button titled Tools.
I select Next, and the system recognizes meal gaps in my day and gives me a chance to go back and report more meals. But I'm ready now to add more details to my food and drink.
A message pops up that states Review Gaps. Before adding details, make sure that you have included all your meals and snacks. Gaps between the meals and snacks you already listed are in pink. As the message states, pink bars appear at the top and bottom of the breakfast list, indicating meal gaps. The speaker selects OK in the box to go back to the page.
So I select Add Details.
A new box pops up that reads, Just checking. Have you entered all your foods and drinks? And 2 buttons which read Go Back and Yes, Continue, respectively. She selects the latter. A new page appears which is titled Add Details to your egg sandwich. A question reads, Where did you get this food or most of the ingredients for it? Below the question is a drop-down menu with a number of options.
In the interest of time, I will only answer 3 questions about the egg sandwich. You will get a better idea about the type of questions asked once I get to the coffee details. I choose where I purchased the ingredients for the egg sandwich, the grocery store.
After she selects supermarket or grocery store, she selects the button titled Next. She is taken to another question with a drop-down menu asking what kind of egg it was.
I choose what kind of egg it was, scrambled. And were they whole eggs, egg whites, egg yolks, or an egg substitute?
She selects scrambled egg from the drop-down menu and selects Next. This takes her to another question which asks were they whole eggs, white only, yolk only, or egg substitute?
Whole eggs.
She makes her selection and selects Next. The next question with a drop-down menu asks where she got the coffee from.
I also add details for the coffee. Again, I purchased coffee beans from the grocery store.
She makes her selection. The next question asks what kind of coffee it was. She selects ground. The next question is was it regular or decaffeinated? She selects regular.
It was ground coffee, regular, and I used a mug from my house, the standard size 8 fluid ounces.
These last 2 questions use picture boxes as possible answers. There are 8 images depicting different types of beverage containers as possible answers to the question: did you drink your beverage out of a cup, glass, or something else, or was it added to another food? She selects the picture of mugs with the label mug. This takes her to the next question which has 8 pictures with mugs of different sizes and fluid ounces. She selects the box with a picture of a small mug with the text 8 fluid ounces.
My coffee got cold, so I only ended up drinking 80% of it.
The next question asks how much did you actually drink? There is a bar at bottom of the page with increments from less than 10% to more than 1 mug. She selects 80%. The next question asks did you add anything to your coffee that you haven't already reported, with the options yes, nothing added and don't know.
I can report that I added milk here.
She selects yes and a drop-down menu appears where she can search for additions. She types milk into the search bar, selects search, and then selects whole milk from the list of results. She selects next and a new page with different amounts appears from less than 1 tablespoon to more than 2 cups.
Whole milk, 2 tablespoons.
She selects 2 tablespoons and is taken to the next question, which is about multivitamins and minerals. It asks was it formulated for children, seniors, or something else, with a drop-down menu below.
Finally, I can add details for the multivitamin. Was it formulated for children or seniors?
She selects no and the next question is do you know the brand name? There is a drop-down menu.
No. I do know the brand name, 365. And I took 1 dose.
She makes a selection. The next question asks how much did you actually take? The drop-down menu has the options, less than 1 dose, dose or doses and don't know. She selects doses and selects on 1. Then next. A box pops up that says done with details. You have added details about all the foods, drinks and supplements you reported for Wednesday, January 11th, 12 a.m. to Wednesday, January 11th, 11:59 p.m. Do you want to add any other foods, drinks or supplements? And 2 buttons, yes or no.
When I come to the end of the details section, a message generates to make sure I don't have more foods, drinks, or supplements to add.
She selects no. A new page appears which outlines her breakfast with all the details she has selected.
I now reach a screen where I can review my meal.
The narrator quickly clicks on the linked meal details. First, egg sandwich, which expands to show details like source, kind of egg, bread type, etc. Second, coffee, which expands to show details such as source, type, container size, etc.
Each food and drink expands to show details. If I see a discrepancy, I can make changes. If not, I can select next.
She selects next, which is next to a button titled Make Changes. It takes her to a new page which is titled Frequently Forgotten Foods.
Here I can report frequently forgotten foods and drinks. Whoops, I forgot to report my half glass of water.
She goes through a list of foods under the question in addition to the foods and drinks you already reported. Did you have any? She selects yes for the first, which is water, including tap, faucet, bottled, water fountain. She selects no for the rest of the suggested foods. She selects next and a box pops up. It says forgot something. You said that you forgot to report the following frequently forgotten foods and drinks, water. It gives the option to select a button named Report Foods, or to select a button named No Forgotten Foods. She selects Report Foods.
I am taken back to the home screen where I can add water and then details about my water.
The speaker quickly selects the button with the plus sign and the word add. The Find Foods and Drinks screen appears with a search bar. The narrator types in water and selects search to the right. 40 results appear. The narrator selects the water link, which is the first choice on the list. The speaker selects the blue finish with this meal button the lower right. The narrator is taken back to the My Food and Drink screen where water is now listed at the bottom of recorded foods and drinks. The narrator immediately selects the blue Add Details button on the bottom right. An Add Details to Your Water screen appears with a question, Water, where did you get this food or most of the ingredients for it? She opens the drop-down menu and selects Not Applicable.
It was just tap water, so I didn't purchase it from a store. So I choose Not Applicable. And the next screen asks what type of water it was.
She selects Next. She opens the drop-down menu.
So here I can select Tap.
A page shows 7 boxes with pictures of bottles, cups, glasses and mugs. She selects glass. Then the next page shows 9 boxes with pictures of different size glasses. She selects a picture of a small glass labeled 6 fluid ounces.
I use the glass. 6 fluid ounces. And I drank half.
She selects next. She is taken to a page where she can select how much she drank in increments from less than 10% to more than 1 glass.
Half.
She selects next.
Did I add anything to my water that I haven't already reported?
She selects nothing added from the options yes, nothing added and don't know. Then she selects next. This takes her back to the overview of her breakfast.
No. After I've added all the details about my water, ASA24 gives me one last chance to report any foods, drinks, or supplements that I may have missed. But for the purpose of this example, I'm finished.
When she selects next, a box pops up that reads, Last chance. Did you have anything else to eat or drink?
So I will select no. Please note, after answering this question, you will not be able to return to ASA24 to change any of your selections. After this final question about usual intake, you're done.
The last page asks how usual was the amount you reported. The amount of food and drinks was. It gives the following 3 options: much more than usual, usual, much less than usual.
Thank you for viewing this video on adding foods, drinks, and supplements in ASA24. For questions, please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24.
A page with the ASA24 logo appears. Then a page with the logo for the National Cancer Institute and 2 web addresses, www.cancer.gov and www.cancer.gov/Espanol.